So, Papa Fred, when I met you and Luby in 1987, y'all are just people that I will forever love, will forever family. And I was always in awe of Luby because of just the different things that she was able to do in her life. Beyond being a wife and a mother, not that anything's wrong with those things, but she was a professor. She got her doctorate. She traveled the world. She was an artist. I mean, she was a Renaissance woman, like nobody's business.
No question.
Active in the community, ran for office, worked at a college, ran a daycare program at one point. I mean, the list goes on. Active in the church, active in the links.
No question about it.
She became an AKA too. Did she become an AKA?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember if she became an AKA. I know she was in the links.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Once again, when I met Luby, and that was at Camp Menacing with the daycare center, with release time school. I never heard of Oswego.
And what's that?
That's a college upstate New York. And then later on, as I found out, she lived in Brooklyn, and she was with the daycare religious ed this program, and she and I both would be coming to Queens, and we would take the subway uptown and go down and change. So when I got time for me to change for the train coming to Jamaica, she said, "You getting off here?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, I'm going to Brooklyn." So the next time we were going in, she said, "Listen, don't you get off there. You see that I get home safely or something." So I went to Brooklyn with her, and that was that's just like she said. I see what I like, and I like what I see. I say, what's that? She said, you. And I said, you taking advantage of me. So I traveled with her to Brooklyn, and we got to be pretty close. And when she went to Oswego, she had another year to go at Oswego at that time. And I remember going to Oswego and that sort of stuff. And I don't think, in meeting her, like I've got a piece of work that she did when she was in high school. And she was drawing. She was doing some other things in her high school. And she got a job working in windows for stores and like that. And so that was another introduction to the arts. So there she was drawing and writing in school, and she went to Prospect High School or something. And then when she graduated from Oswego, she started going. She got jobs in the Boys Circuit.
What? What was that?
Oh, the Jewish buildings or resort centers upstate New York.
Wow.
And she started working in their daycare centers and like that. And many a time I travel up there. By that time I learned to drive, and by that time we had gotten a car in the family and that sort of stuff. And then when she got out, they asked me to become to work in the kitchen at Camp Menacing. Because I talked to Mark Klein, and I let her know that I worked in a restaurant at that time. So they gave me a job there, and they also gave her a job there.
Mm-hmm.
She was a unit head or something like that, and so that was another way of getting together. And then we got married, and
Okay, so who proposed? Did you propose or did she propose?
well,
Or was it a joint thing?
let's say we proposed.
Okay.
Yeah, you could say, she could say when. I said, huh? She said when. And then she went ahead and made the plan, she and her sisters, and that sort of stuff, you know. And oh my. So,
And y'all got married in the 50s?
54.
1954. Wow.
That's right.
That was Brown v. versus Education, the Board of Education.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Was Louie a teacher? Did she?
Yes, yes.
She was a teacher.
Oh yes. Well, let's see. You see, just like when I was talking about my man Ted Britton,
Mm-hmm.
he told me, I saw him one day, and he said, "Oh, you know, how'd you make out?" I said, "Well, I graduated,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no test being given at that time." He said, "Well, they giving emergency exams."
Oh.
Now he had found out, and I don't even know how he found out with the Board of Education,
Mm-hmm.
but he knew the principal of a school at right off Amsterdam Avenue. And I went there, and they said, "Well, we're looking for teachers."
Mm-hmm.
So he said, "Here, you can get an emergency exam." Because the exam wasn't given. I took that emergency exam that Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and by the time I finished the exam, they told me I passed it. And they said, "Well, next week you come, and you can just stop doodle around, and you can learn and have the experience
Mm-hmm.
of being in the high school, junior high school." When I got there that Monday, they said, "Oh, now listen, they need you at James Fettermore Cooper."
Where you went to school?
That's right. So I said, "Wait a minute." So he said, they need you there. So I went down there, and they said, "Oh, listen, yeah, we need you. Here's the keys." They tossed the keys to me, to my room, my classroom.
Wow.
And that was my introduction to being on my own in the classroom. I had done student teaching before, but
Mm-hmm.
that was...
But they threw you in.
That's right. And because there was a tremendous shortage of teachers, because people, among other things, did not want to go into schools with black students.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was rejection.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, anyway, that was... I went to be with... and then by that time, they had moved from that building, 116th Street, to 120th.
Wow.
And that's when I was a teacher there. Mm-hmm. And therefore allowed me to continue going to City College too.
Mm-hmm.
That was another advantage.
Because you got your master's from City College?
I got a master's from City College, and I got a master's from Queens College.
Okay, so you were teaching, you were married.
Yes.
Did
we
you
had
you had
Jeffrey, Petty. Well, listen.
And Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
By that time.
And Gregory and
Michael. Okay.
That's right.
So
we didn't hit the number. No girls.
5. Well, that's why you have granddaughters, and you have people that have adopted you, and you've adopted them. So I feel blessed. So back to you were going to school, City College, and you decided that you wanted to get your master's in what when you were going there? Because you just kept going.
I guess I got the degrees right up here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see now. At Queens College, I got the degree, master's in management and Oh, let's see.
In administration?
Administration.
Yeah, so you could
That's
become a
right.
principal.
And the other, City College, I don't know. Oh, I know Gregory, Michael's got that thing upstairs, I believe.